Hi guys.
I'm Max.
So I'm using Spyronis.
Neo Nectar hybrid. Without Asha support. Asha set.
We draw 3.
You draw 1.
You draw 1. Let's see who goes first. 2. 1. I go first. Stand up.
Stand up.
Vanguard. Mega Trader.
Approach Dragon 2.
Oops. Draw. Right Dragon Swinger. Draw. Draw 3.
Standing draw. Right Maca. Skill draw. Maca skill so +1. Pton Phantom. K level.
13. Look.
Check, no trip.
Creep. Good. Yeah. Item. Draw. Right. Power back Ronaldo. Ronaldo skill. Counter blast 1. 1 card to soul. Top 2. Call any number. Gary Gannon. Wonderball. AK Vanguard. 5k.
Fisher.
Is on hit skill. 18k Vanguard. Soul charge, draw 2, put 1 to bottom.
No.
Bracky.
Draw 3. Power Vanguard, draw.
Gary Gannon skill, soul charge, draw 2 cards. 1 card to bottom. Your turn.
Stand and draw. Right, approach Dragon. Silver skill call token and timber skill with 10k fund token. Call Kaivan. Kaivan get +10k.
Thank you.
And Rebecca. Skill +5.
Wow. All magic numbers.
20k Vanguard.
No guard.
Try to check. Creep. Creep. Power to silver.
2 damage. Bullspike. Sephirot. $28k Vanguard. I'm only 10k.
Hugo.
How much is that?
30.
No guard, damage check. Critical trigger, power Vanguard.
Attack him.
30, 20.
Trigger. Rebecca skill so +1. Retire. Return back to my hand.
Stand and draw. Alright, Vanguard Dragon. Force 1. Wonderball skill. Superior call. Return creep to bottom plus 5k. Spike one, so SB Bracky plus another 10k. Gary Game. Thank you, Vanguard.
This up.
At the end of battle attack, counter blast 1, soul charge. Draw 1 card. 31 Vanguard on hit skill. So charge draw 2 cards.
Awesome.
Yeah, same guy.
31. Okay.
No guy. Spike bouncer. Grip. Hit skill. Draw 1 to bottom. $33K Vanguard. 30K guard.
33.
Oh, sorry, 25K guard.
25.
Bottom.
Stand and draw.
For skill.
Right. So. Force 2. Class 1 retires. Cecilia Class 1 retires. Silver. Top 5 superior quarter. One, two. Rebecca gives dismantled and pass like Class skill, so plus 1. Get plant open. Guess plus 3 here. Then with Sephirot skill, I retire Vanguard and call up to 2 plant tokens, and he gets another plus 3 here. And Sephirot gets plus, thank you.
A lot of combos.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm, 21.
21.
Double trip.
Double trick. So 28.
1 pass.
33 is 2 pass.
2 pass.
2 pass.
Twin drive first check. Heal. My heal. Power heal.
Okay.
Second check. No trick.
Power dead.
Double heal.
Oh, power here also.
It plus 6.
14.
14 plus 5. 19 plus 10. 29.
Heal guard. How much is it?
This is 13, 23. 23 plus 10, 33 plus 5. 38.
Heal guard. Vanguard.
Yes.
No guard. Heal 3. Power guard. So just taken.
No sovereignty.
Matters. Stand and roll. Princess.
6.
Right. Deadheat Bullspike. Force 1. His skill. Superior card. Retire all regulars at the same card. Before retire, get calling back.
Oh, then it's good.
Yeah. I will use Wonder Boy skill. one card from the drop zone to bottom. This crit gets plus 5k. Then Bracky's here.
One number gets
And one number gets 5k. Bracky gets 10k.
plus 15.
Plus 15, record. Calling Gallows skill. See if we use so. Top 3. Bottom. Okay, I don't think I can buy a next turn. 38k man.
What's so much? No gut.
I'm not sure what happened. Team drive. Creep. Power Bear and Dragon. Creep Vanguard. Draw. Power Bear and Dragon. Draw.
Let's check creep.
Ah.
Power Vanguard. Let's check creep. Power Vanguard.
Okay.
Vanguard plus 20k.
This is 10, 20, 33, 38. Vanguard skill. So that's one. Move all force one. 10, 20.
Cancel them.
No. 10, 20, 30, 40, 53 plus 5.
50.
Skill. This to the bottom. Plus 5k plus 1 crit. 63. 2 crits damage.
63. Vanguard is 33.
33.
53. 68.
Ah, easy guy. Since the attack did not hit, draw 1, retire, Sephirot. 10, 20, 33, 53k man.
One crit.
1 crit.
One crit. So many crit.
Your turn.
Stand and draw. Right, Cecilia. Cecilia still comes last one. Retire. Top 5 Superior Call 3. Full front plus 10k. Custom skill and place from that and plus another 10k. Sephirot skill retire this card.
Okay.
Call 2 plus that plus another 10k. So call number plus 10. Sephirot guns. Plus skill decision.
Plus 20 also.
Okay. Then number
2 crits. It's 43. 2 pass.
2 pass. So much.
Crits.
18, 38,
30.
30k.
Perfect guard. It's Bracky.
Um, 33k like that.
No guard. Then shit.
Rebecca skill, Sublas one. Retire. Return back to my hand.
Okay.
And then
Still have one more Bracky skill. Superior card, plus 10k. Then 20, 30, 40, 48k Vanguard.
40k. No, but
1 damage. And you are subject. 5 guys.
That's the one losing streak.
And that is the end of the single match that I had with Max over the weekend, where he was using a Neo Nectar Musketeer / Arboros hybrid deck, while I was using my Spike Brothers Deadheat Bullspike deck. The winner is myself with Spike Brothers. Alright, so for this game, I think it was a really close one, and I believed both of us showcased our decks really well. So for this game, I went first. Right, my early game wasn't especially strong, but for Max, he had a pretty decent grade 2 turn that showcased the synergy of the Arboros cards as well as the Musketeer cards. So on Max's grade 2 turn, he wrote Arboros Dragon Timber and called a Silver Musketeer, Sylvia, which can generate a plant token. Since Timber is on Vanguard Circle, Max was able to use Sylvia to generate a 10k plant token, which is good. And then Kaivand also contributed to the rush on Max's grade 2 turn by getting power. So basically Max had pretty much a full field due to the token generators, and each of the columns were actually hitting for rather high numbers as well. If I'm not wrong, they were all like magic numbers, so I was very easily pushed to 4 damage. Since I was at 4 damage, on Max's grade 3 turn, he decided to go Force 2 with Cecilia, and that turn was also a really strong turn for Max, as he managed to superior call Sephirot, which is his deck's strongest beat stick, hitting for 23k on his own. For my turn, I wrote Deadheat Bullspike over Bad End Dragger, so my first Vanguard was Bad End Dragger, but I didn't use his effect because I didn't really have any rear guards that I could sacrifice, but that was fine. And by riding Deadheat Bullspike over Bad End Dragger, I was able to wipe out one of Max's columns, which was great. And for me, instead of Force 2, I chose Force 1, since Force 1 generally works better with Deadheat Bullspike, and since I was able to generate more than one ride, I was able to ride 2 times, if I'm not wrong. I felt that Force 1 will be a better decision, and Force 1 also scales better into the late game when you use it with Bullspike's Force Marker's moving ability. In the end, my strategy proved effective, as each of my attacks was hitting for an additional 20k right on my second ride, which is an additional heal guard for each of my columns if Max wanted to guard. And not to mention, I also had a column of Bracky and Wonder Boy, which is 33k already without trigger effects and without any force markers on it. So with 2 force markers moving to that column with Bracky, that column will be hitting for like 53k, which is quite insane. And since I superior called out Bad End Dragger from the Soul, I also had a rear guard, which is Band Dragger, that could hit for double crit if I wanted him to. Right. I think I used this effect if I'm not wrong, so that really put a lot of pressure on Max and his guarding. Bullspike's retire and draw also gave me more advantage while allowing me to snipe out Max's Sephirot beat stick. So after surviving my turn on Max's turn, while I was able to generate back the advantage, right, his lost rear guards with Cecilia's superior calling effect, my defense was stronger than his offense, so he chose Force 2, and even though Cecilia gave his front row a buff, and some of his cards also gained power, I was still able to survive, still able to guard the attacks, because like PGs and stuff like that. I was very lucky to be able to survive with just 1 card on my hand. It was also pretty sad for Max because he didn't share any triggers despite his deck filtering, so that was really unlucky. Next turn, right, Max was unable to guard my insanely high columns since I was going to be moving my force markers around, and that was game basically. So overall, it was a really close one. If Max's luck with triggers was as good as mine, and if he checked just a couple more crits throughout the game, right, he will most definitely have won, since his deck gave him a really strong head start, a really strong early game. As you can see, I was pushed to 4 damage. If I had not checked that heal trigger, things would have been really difficult for me. So Spike Brothers was able to survive into the late game, better than Neo's in my opinion from the game, and that was because we had cards like Bullspike and Bad End, which helped to control our opponent's field and also draw cards, and then Wonder Boy and Bracky was like free beat sticks for us, free beaters, creating 33k columns very easily. And then Wonder Boy also allowed me to return triggers. Wonder Boy and Gary Gannon actually allowed me to filter out my hand and return triggers back to the deck to ensure my deck is full of triggers while I was removing normal units out from the deck. So I felt that my deck was able to thrive as the game progresses. So yeah, that's basically it for this game. I hope this quick game was a fun one to watch, and thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, the winner is Spike Brothers. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.